We're following some breaking news right now. This is coming to us from Roseville, where we know that there is a shooting situation that took place there earlier today. We can also tell you that an apparent shooter is now in custody. Roseville police, along with multiple agencies, are on scene, quote, stabilizing the situation. I want to go ahead and read you what we got from Roseville Police Department. This comes on social media a short time ago. Essentially what it said at 1:58, there is an active law enforcement situation near Mahaney Park in Roseville. Roseville police and other law enforcement agencies are on the scene, as we just mentioned, stabilizing that situation. The area is safe, but please avoid it until further notice. More information will be coming. And then I want to read you something else that we received a little before that, and this comes to us from Wood Creek High School, because as we said, this happened in the Pleasant Grove Boulevard area near Mahaney Park, and now you're looking at some video of that police presence that is in that area. And again, this comes to us from the principal at Wood Creek High School. It says around 1 o'clock this afternoon, Wood Creek High School was placed on lockdown due to a shooting that occurred this afternoon, as we had been saying, near Mahaney Park, adjacent to our campus. Now, even though school is not in session due to spring break and no students are on campus, we needed to ensure the safety of the area. As of 1:35 today, the Roseville Police Department has a suspect in custody. No students or staff have been involved or injured. Please continue to avoid the area if at all possible. As always, our first priority remains to the safety of our staff and to our students. And once again, to give you an idea of exactly where this happened, as we mentioned, in the Pleasant Grove area, it was around 1 o'clock today as we get another look at the massive police presence that was there. We know multiple agencies responding to this. As far as the shooting itself, who was involved, how many people were involved, that is something that we just don't really know right now. But as we've been able to tell you through the principal at Wood Creek High School, and this is coming to that person, Sue Ann Bell, from the police department in Roseville, that person who had been shooting earlier today has been caught. Again, we don't know how many people are involved in all this and exactly any of the physical ramifications that have come. We have also seen some businesses post in that area that they went on lockdown for a short time, but then were able to open back up, as it had seemed that police were able to get a hold of this situation. Again, taking a look at the map, if you're familiar with this area, Mahaney Park, Wood Creek High School in very close proximity. We know there's a library in that area as well. So a lot of different, not only public buildings, but also businesses there as well. All right, I am learning that Fox 40's Zach Boetto is now there on the scene. Zach, what can you tell us? What do you see right now? Do you have any other information where you're at that I wasn't able to get to our viewers right now?
Yeah, Eric, you pretty much covered everything that we know right now. We're right now on Pleasant Grove Boulevard. This is Mahaney Park right here behind us. You can see officers are actively putting the caution tape up. We're still pretty early into this investigation here, but as you can see, dozens of law enforcement officers on the scene investigating right now. You have Placer County Sheriff's Office, Roseville PD is here. You also have Sac County Sheriff's officers that are here. I saw someone from the District Attorney's Office that's also here in this area. But there's also family members that are around here. There's kids with baseball hats on. Obviously, this is a sports complex. There's a fire station over here, so this is a highly populated area where people come frequently on a daily basis. You have baseball fields. I saw a sign for Wood Creek Little League, so there's a lot of kids that hang out in this area. This is, from what I understand, the Roseville Sports Center. We're right next to the Riley Library and the Utility Exploration Center as well. Again, this is Pleasant Grove Boulevard, pretty much shut down for a mile here, basically down to the Rayleighs, and a lot of traffic in this area. You can see, again, these guys are pretty much setting up the perimeter here around this area while they investigate. There's helicopters in the air. Again, sheriff's deputies are here, police officers, nurses. It's a very active scene here on Pleasant Grove Boulevard in Roseville, and we're going to continue to gather more information as we can, talking to people who heard anything, saw anything, and we're going to bring that to you as soon as we have some more information. Live in Roseville, covering local news that matters, Zach Boetto, Fox 40 News.
Zach, I know there is a lot going on out there, a lot to process for everybody in that area. Obviously, law enforcement, the most important people. What have you seen as far as you and your photographer? Where is the area where police are the most concentrated? Is it near that fire station where we're looking at right there?
Yeah, this is where the main scene is here, right at the Mahaney Park entrance. It looks like it's softball field 1, which is here, and also right by the Roseville Fire Department. This is Station 5 that we're looking at right there in front of us. We also have again, there's baseball fields here. There's also the City of Roseville cardboard recycling plant is in this area. The Bear Dog Park, but most of the officers are concentrated right here in this parking lot right next to Mahaney Park softball field 1, and Pleasant Grove Boulevard is absolutely packed with law enforcement vehicles. I mean, dozens of them here. You can see this ambulance to our right here is on its way out. This is American Medical Response Ambulance. We've also seen multiple ambulances on their way out here. They go one by one down Pleasant Grove Boulevard. Clearly still an active scene at this location. This is where everything seems like it's spearheading here. And again, we're going to continue to follow what's going on here. Eric, back to you.
Zach, how far away are they keeping people? We've seen a lot of law enforcement, some members of the SWAT in that area, obviously police, sheriffs. You talk about a lot of different law enforcement agencies. But when it comes to people who live in that area, people who just may have been around that area, obviously a lot of people at the park on a nice afternoon on a Thursday. What have you seen as far as just regular residents in that area? Have they been all told to get way, way far away, or is there any still that you can see on the other side of the tape where we're kind of checking this out themselves?
This is as close as we're going to get right here. This is like you saw when we just took our live shot. They were putting the caution tape up as we were picking up our live shot here. This is as close as we're going to get. But again, on the other side of Pleasant Grove Boulevard here, it is a housing community. It's Oaks at Wood Creek is a housing community right here. There's also a Raley's down the street, a Starbucks, there's a shopping center right on the corner here. So yeah, an area that's highly populated, highly residential, and it seems like one that's very quiet generally, from what I can tell. Again, parks are right here, a shopping center, neighborhoods in this area. A lot of people going by on their bikes, jumping on their bikes. They want to check out what's going on here, rightfully so. And across the street, there's a handful of people who are just, hanging out and watching. It's an active scene. People want to know what's going on, and that's why we're here too. We're trying to find out what exactly is happening at this point. Like you said, the school district, Roseville School District, said there has been a suspect detained in this investigation. We do know that much, so we're going to continue to work to find out what else we can going forward.
Zach, I want to have you hold tight for 1 second. I want to pass something along to our viewers real quickly. We have just learned that Roseville Police Department will be holding a press conference at 4 o'clock. So you're looking about 90 minutes from now. It's going to take place at the corner of Wood Creek Oaks Boulevard and McAnally Drive in Roseville. Of course, it has to do with what happened earlier on today there. For those of you just joining us, we know there was a shooting situation in the Mahaney Park area, not too far from Wood Creek High School. As far as who was involved in all of that, any potential injuries that came from that is just something that we do not have confirmed. But as I just mentioned, in the next 90 minutes or so, we are expecting to get more information when it comes from Roseville Police. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Let's go back out to Zach real fast and take his shot. Zach, when you talk about Pleasant Grove being shut down, how far away is it being shut down? Is it just the ancillary roads leading into it where you are? But if people wanted to get onto Pleasant Grove, I mean, what do they talk about? A quarter of a mile at least that they have to get on that road from where you're at?
Right, so like I said, Eric, we're at Mahaney Park, right? And we're standing on Pleasant Grove Boulevard, and it's closed all the way to Wood Creek Oaks Boulevard, where you said that press conference is expected to be held. There's a Raley's there. I believe that's where they're stationing. They're trying to station media for that press conference. But it looks like it's closed past Sun City Boulevard, even all the way to Fittyment Road. So pretty much you got a mile coverage between Fittyment to Wood Creek Oaks Boulevard that's shut down, and people aren't going to be able to get through there. When we were on our way over here, we passed Sun City and the Del Webb complex with the golf course there, and they were making us go around that from Fittyment all the way to Del Webb. So you have a lot of streets that are closed off here in this area, specifically Pleasant Grove Boulevard between Wood Creek Oaks Boulevard and Fittyment. So you're going to want to try to avoid this area if possible for at least the next 2 hours, if not the rest of the night.
Looking at a map right now of where you were at, or we had a map showing for people watching now, maybe not familiar with that area per se. This is obviously east of I-80 and then southeast of 65. Let's go ahead and take that map again. So this gives our viewers an idea of exactly where we're talking about. So while it is not necessarily in an urban area, it is a little bit further east in Roseville. It is still around many different things, as Zach was just mentioning. We're talking this happening in the Mahaney Park area, right next to Wood Creek High School, or at least adjacent to it. And then right down the street, you have a library and many other businesses, and obviously the immediate area where this happened earlier today, not the only place that is affected by this. And then people immediately jump on social media and kind of give an update of what they are experiencing in real time. And we have seen businesses even as far away as a mile say that they went on lockdown because they didn't know what exactly was going on with this shooting situation. As we've been mentioning, an active shooting situation at one point. It was around an hour or so ago when that person was taken into custody. Zach, if we can go back out to you one more time. I know that we've been talking about, and this is what the video is showing right now. I believe in the background, right, it is that fire station number 5. Can we have your photographer zoom back in on that if that's what we are looking at? And are you able to tell us what exactly officers and other law enforcement detectives, whoever may be in that area, are kind of looking at? Is there anything that sticks out to you? Is there any evidence markers in that area?
I'm not seeing any evidence markers right now, but they're all talking to each other. You can see it looks like they're interviewing witnesses. There's people in plain clothes that are there. There's people in fire uniforms. There's people in police uniforms, sheriff's office uniforms, and they're just having conversation. But you can see that the caution tape sprawls all the way around Mahaney Park here through the baseball fields. And you know, in this area, Eric, like you were saying, there's a lot of stuff here. It's right next to the Mahaney Nature Preserve. The Roseville Aquatics Complex is right here next door. Wood Creek High School, like you said, the Wood Creek High School Athletic Field. So a lot of Wood Creek and Roseville sports complexes, that, you know, sports activities that are played here. We're gonna turn the camera here too and give you kind of a look down the street as to what's happening here on Pleasant Grove Boulevard. You can see you got undercover law enforcement vehicles here. There's fire trucks that are here. There's marked vehicles, and they're kind of just standing by, making sure that the public is a little bit further away so that they can conduct their investigation here into what's going on. This happened, of course, within the hour, about an hour ago, and so still very fresh scene here. But there's officers walking around the baseball fields here, you know, conducting their investigation. It looks like they're looking for whatever they can, whatever evidence they can, to figure out exactly what happened here and why this all happened here at the Mahaney Park, where, as you can see, again, Fire Station 5 and some of these softball and baseball fields are. Also, the Martha Riley Community Library is down the street. We're looking right at the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office PIO, Amar Gandhi, is who's here. So it looks like some of the spokespeople for some of these law enforcement agencies are now on scene, trying to collect whatever information they can to pass it along to us. Again, you said that press conference is going to be happening within the hour and a half at 4 o'clock. We will have updates from the law enforcement community about what exactly happened here in about an hour and a half. We'll have a full update on that, and we'll bring that to you live here on Fox 40. Eric?